So this is Introduction to CBAP Certification Program, and this is the Multisoft logo in the top right corner, and there is a website address in the bottom, that is www.multisoftvirtualacademy.com, and the email ID and contact number are given here. So just in case after this webinar, if you face any query, you can just contact to this addresses so that your queries are answered properly in a right manner. So let's start with the webinar in more detailed way. It is Introduction to CBAP Certification, and let's go. Let's move. So we will be talking about what is IIBA, what is business analysis, IIBA certification program, CBAP certification requirements, benefit of CBAP, and introduction to BABOK guide, purpose, contents, and knowledge areas. So let's open the day. Now this is IIBA. IIBA stands for International Institute of Business Analysis. That means if I'm talking about CBAP, from where the CBAP is coming, IIBA is an organization which stands for the same full form, that is International Institute of Business Analysis. You can learn about it in the URL it's mentioned here, that is www.iiba.org. This organization is an independent non-profit professional association serving the growing field of business analysis. IIBA is the first organization to offer the formal certification of business analysis professionals. Now, what that means is that if you are well versed for PMI, PMI is also offering the similar course like TBS, but to be on the top level side, IIBA is a pioneer right now. If you do the certification from IIBA for business analysis, it's like everybody who is in the world of doing the analysis of business knows this organization. And if you want to know more about this organization, it's based in Toronto, Canada, and this course was developed in 2005, and that's how it goes. So the IIBA mission includes the development and maintenance of the standards for the practice of the business analysis and for certification and recognition of its practitioners. So this was short introduction of IIBA. This organization doesn't work for any profit or loss. It's a zero profit, non-profit organization endorsing the field of business analysis. So that's what about IIBA. Let's move ahead, talking more in detail. Now let's talk about what is business analysis. It is identifying business needs and determining solutions to a business problem. So often includes system development components, includes process improvement, change management, strategy, and policy development. Now here comes a definition, and the name is written BABOK. BABOK is a book or a guide that is given by IIBA. So if you become a member of IIBA, you get this BABOK free of cost, and otherwise you can buy it as well online. This book is a guide for business analysis. So in short, if you want to prepare for exam, you have to read this book. So it stands for Business Analysis Body of Knowledge. Now, as per BABOK, they give a definition that business analysis is a set of tasks and techniques used to work as a liaison among the stakeholders in order to understand the structure, policies, operations of an organization, and to recommend the solution that enables the organization to achieve its goals. So what you learn in this course is a task and technique. It's not a methodology, it's not a rule, it's not a standard, it's a task and technique. Just in case if you have any questions, you can chat with me and ask or raise any questions. Okay, so let's move ahead as no questions have been asked. Now IIBA provides two certifications. One is CCBA and another is CBAP. CBA stands for Certification of Competency in Business Analysis, professional certification for business analysis practitioners who want to be recognized for their expertise and skills by earning formal recognition. At least 3750 hours of hands-on business analysis experience is required. That means approximately you can say that 2 years as an experience, and in CBAP, that stands for Certified Business Analyst Professional, with at least 7,500 hours of hands-on BA experience. CBAP recipients are elite senior member of the BA community. So the basic difference between the two examinations is the experience hours. 7,500 hours comes to close to 4.5 years plus if you take Monday to Friday as a working day, and 8 hours working in a day. So that's how it talks about the minimum eligibility criteria. So be it whatever the experience is, you give that exam. The second is the duration of the exam is 3.5 hours. Both have the same duration, same number of questions, that is 150. The only difference is between the scenario based and the type of the questions which we have. So in GCPA you have less scenario based. CBAP is totally or you can say mostly the questions will be scenario based. Let's read more about it in the next. How it is explained. So 7,500 as a BA, you have to show the experience in the form. Now where the form is, if you open www.iib.org, you click on to the certification, there is a CBAP application form inside it, and you can start filling it. Now they ask you the experience in BA. So it should be 7,500 hours minimum side. Now 7,500 hours means that you have to show the experience. Now one day is 8 hours, okay? So in a month there are 25 working days. So 25 into 8 means 200 hours. So 200 hours in a month. So similarly you have to show experience like you started a project for 1st of April 2015. Okay, and then you show on and tell that how many months or how many years you have worked on that project, and then you calculate the number of working hours. Now that should be 7,500 hours. Now it can be one project, it can be two projects. So the number of projects is not mandatory, not minimum side. It totally depends upon your experience. Now Beatrice, any questions on 2,500 hours? You asked me that question. Okay, thanks. So we are moving ahead. Now talking to you more about CBAP requirement, these are the all set of requirements. That is, the first one is to minimum 7,500 hours of the experience aligned with BABOK guide in the last 10 years. Minimum 900 hours in 4 out of 6 knowledge area. Now what are these knowledge areas? They are coming up. I will talk about it. Minimum 21 hours of professional development in last or in past 4 years. That means the training which is being conducted by Multisoft, you will be getting a certificate that you have taken a training. So this training schedule is 3 days. So 8 hours a day, 8 into 3 is 24 hours. Now we understand that because of you guys doing job, or might be some guys are busy, they do part-time job, so they cannot attend the 8-hour session a day. So what we do is, depending upon the schedule, upon the student's requirement, we break out. Sometimes we break out as 2 hours a day or 3 hours a day, depending upon the time management. So don't worry about it. Multisoft is very flexible and understands the problems and the needs of the customers or the students. So we accordingly customize the training. But yes, the training minimum is of 21 hours. And that is the requirement here. Then come 2 references that you have to show. It can be either career manager, clients, or CBAP recipient. Sign code of conduct. When you fill up the application, you sign the code of conduct. Now, how to see that form? How does it look like? This is a path given here that you open a website, IIBA.org, click onto the certification, then CBAP designation, and there is a handbook. Now, this handbook is a guide how to fill the form. It's a very beautiful and a very good handbook. You can just go on and everything is mentioned there, whether the price is concerned, re-examination is concerned, membership fee is concerned, everything is written in the CBAP handbook. Now I should know the cost of CBAP certification. So here comes the chart. The chart is taken from the CBAP handbook which I was talking. So if you become a member, the application fee is the same, that is $125, member or non-member. The exam fee, you get a discount of being a member, so it is $325 instead of $450. So you get a discount here. And there are many more benefits of being a member. You can get a BABOK free of cost, and you can get online library and many another benefits. Now there are some another fee structure as well, like exam cancellation fee, rewrite fee and scoring fee. It is just good to know that just in case if such thing happens, then how much is the cost. So this is how it is done. And in CBAP handbook, again I say that you can go for, if you want to read more, it's CBAP application and exam processes. I say that. Now coming to introduction to BABOK. The business analysis body of knowledge guide is the collection of knowledge within the profession of business analysis and reflects current generally accepted practices. Captures the sum of the knowledge with the profession of business analysis, areas of knowledge and skills, associated activities and tasks, but is not how to do business analysis instruction manual, is not a methodology and must not prescribe nor favor a methodology. So this is what we were talking. Any questions? Yeah. Now this is what the whole crux of the whole website or the whole course, that is knowledge area and task. So this is the knowledge areas and this is the whole course. The whole course of CBAP allows or goes around in 6 knowledge areas, which are like here mentioned in like a branches of this knowledge area. There is no order of it. I'll start with clockwise, that is business analysis, planning and monitoring, enterprise analysis, requirement management and communication, requirement analysis, solution assessment and validation. So these are the 6 knowledge areas. So if you remember in the form, you have to show that there are 900 hours in 4 out of 6 knowledge areas. Now knowledge area gives me specifications, how much skill I require to handle the work. This is knowledge area. And knowledge area is further broken into tasks. They are mentioned here. If you look at business analysis, planning and monitoring, there are 6 tasks under it. In enterprise analysis, again there are 5 tasks. In requirement management and communication, it's a 5 tasks mentioned here. Just as an example, manage solution scope and requirements, prepare requirement package, communicate requirements, manage requirement traceability, prepare requirement for reuse. Similarly, for requirement analysis, prioritize requirements, organize requirements, specify and model requirements, define assumptions and constraints, verify requirement and validate requirements. Solution assessment and validation, assess proposed solutions, allocate requirements, organization readiness assessment, define transition requirement, validate solution, evaluate solution performance. And finally, elicitation, that is prepare elicitation activity, conduct elicitation, document elicitation and confirm elicitation. So if you total all the tasks, they come 32 in number. So the whole course is 6 knowledge area and 32 tasks. And for every task, when we go to the training, we talk about input, element, stakeholder, output. So this is what the course is all about, and 3 days training we teach you what are these, how the questions, we give you mock-up for every knowledge area so that you get prepared for the question papers. There are 3 set of mock papers that we make you guys do and understand it better so that you can pass in the exam. So this is the website. If you just want to have more queries or want to, if some queries come later on. So this is the website, that is www.multisoftvirtualacademy.com, and you have the contact number. Now coming to the point of the questions. The questions are MCQs, that is multi-choice questions. So answer is in front of you. It is not fill in the blanks. That means what I am trying to say is that you don't need to memorize everything. Okay, you just need to relate it. So if the relation is developed, you know the concept. You understand the concept of the whole book. That why, when each technique is used. You didn't need to memorize it. I hope, Ulan, I answered your question. Okay. Suppose a question comes in, it can be any of the two or any of the three. So be prepared that only one is not the answer. It can be two depending upon the question. So please read the question carefully. If it is asking any of the three. Okay. Multi-choice questions are there. Multi-choice means that if you read the question, the options are in front of you. It is not fill in the blanks. Now, if they read the question carefully, which one of these is a technique used? So obviously, which means it is only the answer should be one. But if the question says that what are the techniques used, it can be multiples as well. But the multiples come very less. The probability is very less. It should have only one answer questions type only. But please be prepared. It can twist as well. Yes. So Ulan, what it is, Ulan is asking me that answer options will be checkbox or radio button. Yes, it would be like a radio button, or you have the checkbox as well. So you will select and move to the next. So it is mostly radio button with a circle on it, and you put the select and you move to the next question. Similarly, as when we guys give you a training, we give you mock test questions. So this gives us similar platform. Thank you so much, Beatrice. So we have finished this session right now. Just in case if you have any query, there is a website URL, and it's mentioned here. The contact number is also mentioned. This is the number of the coordinator there. So she's very good in that terms, and you can have, if you just have some queries, some more queries about the training and how it goes on, and any discussion you want to have, please feel free to contact with Multisoft. Thank you so much.
Thank you everyone for attending today's webinar. If you have any other questions, please contact enquiry@multisoftvirtualacademy.com. I'll repeat again, if you have any other questions with regards to the training or any other question with regards to the course contents, you can please contact enquiry@multisoftvirtualacademy.com. That is enquiry@multisoftvirtualacademy.com. You can also note down our contact number, which is 24/7 available. That is +91 8130 666 or +91 8130 66209. Once you leave today's webinar, you will also receive its recorded session for future reference. You will also receive a follow-up email from the training advisor for the future webinars and the upcoming sessions for Primavera P6 live online training. On behalf of Multisoft Virtual Academy and our presenters, thank you for joining us today and have a great rest of your day.